not the time before. The time before that, yeah, not last time, the time before that, okay? We met up and we received this message, and I had said we were going to discuss it, and we are today. We're going to discuss it further. It's just last time we were going somewhere else for a minute, okay? We're coming back here, and we know we're going to get to what this has to do with in a second. So we're going to see what, well, we're going to look at channeled messages. It has to do with the Princess of Pentacles, and the Princess of Pentacles is connected to the Princess of Wands. They're connected. That's why I said that on the last reading when I was holding her. They're working together. Fire and earth through the feminine. And this is going within and working with the Hermit and finding the light within, making the connections we need to make within. Look at that. Look at those connections. Look at those shapes. Look at that. This has to do with the cosmic egg of transformation and expanding with the Six of Cups. Healing with the Earth Star, the Root Star. It's having a recalibration. And it's connected to the sacral and solar plexus. And what we're doing is we're healing from lust. We're expanding from this space and place, right? That's what we've been talking about. And just the different templates, you know, like this is like a G-Eazy video. Guys, I love G-Eazy, not gonna lie. He had, you know, some of his music has helped me through some of my darker times. But also honoring too, like, you know, let's just fucking be friends or something like that, and everyone's in the porno shaking their tits and shaking their ass, and we're just looking at it for lust. Ooh, we're gonna feed. Ooh, I want to feel that impulse. I want to feed. It feels good, right? But then I'm feeling depleted because, you know what, I am not satisfied when we're feeding an impulse. I want to do it again, and I want to do it again, and I'm hungry. And it's a hungry space. It's a very hungry space and place. We're feeding there. And it's connected to gluttony. It's connected to that imbalance. That's an empty hole we're feeding. You know? So we're going to come back with the Six of Wands. We're going to recognize we're going to be in the energy of what we're creating, and we want to experience love. So we're going to create love. We're expanding. Okay, we know that this exists, but we're expanding it. We're expanding from here. We experienced it. We understand it. Now we're expanding from this space and place. We're going to raise our vibration. We're going to elevate with consciousness, with our consciousness. And it has to do with action, healing with action right now. It has to do with the perfect storm. And that's what this is connected to. We're in the perfect storm right now. This is the Nine of Wands charge. This is the adding the positive to all the negative, but acting on it. This is the masculine, okay? And it's connecting us to the Garden of Venus, where we're going. We're going to share those messages right now. And we're going to understand a little bit further. Ooh, wrong way. What's happening here? The perfect storm, an invitation to act now, the courage to step into life, sheltering from turbulence. When the perfect storm appears, it cautions you to be ready for an exciting, turbulent time. Lucky us, right, guys? Lucky us. The winds are picking up, and you need to make sure that you are close to the eye of the storm, or you will be buffeted by gusts that may take you far from where you need to be. Guess some of these, stringing some of these words, these sentences together, can't help but have a little laugh here. Okay, guys, so look, the winds are picking up. We want to stay close to the center. This has to do with the center of the pattern, the patterning. The key is to remain centered and balanced and bear witness as the forces build in intensity. Notice how the loose stuff is starting to fly around, and recognize how little of it you truly need. Let go of those thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes that clutter your heart and cloud your mind. Then the storm will be absolutely perfect for you. This is freedom. This is having a metamorphosis from old to new. This is like the phoenix rising from the ashes, and how we experience that from within to without. If you wonder what you might lose during the perfect storm, know that it is those things which are most attached to us that are taken first, as if life were trying to unburden us of our righteous self-importance. Let it all go with the wind. The less you resist the change brought by the perfect storm, the happier you'll be. Ride the winds to your next destination. Embrace the rain or snow. Remember that every time you try to argue with nature, you lose. And this has to do with healing from the devil energies for us to expand. And it's also a call for us to seize the moment. And this is knowing what this means for us. Being able to look and reflect back our truths, to be honest and know what this means for us. And are we present in the moment enough? Or are we still, getting high off nostalgia lane, constantly in the past? Or are we constantly creating in the future, tomorrow? We need to be in the moment. That's where this active charge is. And it's connected to the Garden of Venus, the place of all is well, rest and renewal, self-acceptance. When the Garden of Venus appears, you are invited, actually summoned, to return to the pleasure garden of love. It is time to leave the field of battle. Put your sword away. There is nothing you need to defend anymore. Step through the gate into the garden of earthly delights. Bask in the joy of this wish-fulfilling trees and the scent of the healing flowers. You have returned home. We have to return home to nature. We have to return home to the garden. Something is going to change here. Like really change, really expand. This is where the magic moment is. This is why we were in the perfect storm. And yeah, we have to make time to make love right now. You are weary, and it is a time to rest deeply and be renewed. Go into the sacred garden alone, as there is no need for another to be present to experience its pleasures. Really stop looking for the other. Enter by yourself. Allow your senses to intoxicate you. Leave all thoughts behind. Lose your analytical mind and return to your body. And this is being able to connect to pleasure. And this is how we restore innocence. This is being able to connect to the space alone with our connection to that life force energy that's in nature. I mean, you feel that life force energy. It's what we're going to expand, and we need this. This is connected to our sacral chakra. So remember, we're having a recalibration to the Earth Star with the root, and the root is connected to our sacral. But we're going to do solar plexus healing. In the Garden of Venus, there is still a pond that shows you your reflection when you stoop down to drink. Who is staring back at you? Look at who you have become. Rinse your face with these healing waters and practice deep acceptance. Love who you have turned into. With all of your imperfections and blemishes, we're going to honor what all this work we've been doing, guys. We have to honor where we're at right now. We have to be thankful for where we're at right now. And guys, this is really hitting home. I'm really realizing, in facing coming back from healing from death more than once, how lucky I truly am to be sitting here with you and feeling like I'm creating my best music right now. And it's thanks to you guys. Thank you guys for joining in here to do this. Like, really, when shit's really hitting the fan and it's the darkest, deepest times, it's like knowing I'll be here. It's the driving force. It's connected to my purpose, and I appreciate you all. That's why I'm always sending you the healing vibes, right, guys? And today I just feel like laughing. Today I just feel like laughing it off. We're going through some really trying times where we really need to raise the vibration any which way we're being reflected back to us, or we feel it, and it's to create this this new earth. We got to keep building. We got to keep building through all this negative, right? We got to keep adding the positive charge. Remembering this is the perfect storm. The divine has a plan. Having faith in the divine, having plan. Having faith in the divine, you know, allowing us to see the light, to add that positive charge and face our fears in the energy of the opposites. To go from sadness to happiness. To go from lust to joy. To go from cold to hot right now. That's what I want to be doing, guys. I'm wearing my shorts. I'm not gonna lie, like, spring did come, and I am one of those Canadians that today felt warm enough that I was just gonna put on my shorts and I was gonna go outside. It's gonna like life, because you know, it's like waking from that winter slumber. It can be tough. So the goddess Venus holds a mirror that allows you to see yourself in all your flawed beauty. Do not become caught in its spell. After a quick glance, take the mirror with you and return to the battlefield, that you may reveal to others who they are becoming. Then you will no longer have use for your sword. Well, guys, this means something, because the next card in that sequence, it is connected to the sword. We're going to, of course, ask. We're going to ask. This is an activation right now, and it's connected to nature, and that sword is connected to justice. And guys, I love this because I didn't read this yet. I didn't have time. I'm really busy. I have a lot on my plate right now. A lot is happening in my 3D world, of course, because that's what created that 10 of Wands for me to hit a wall. So this is all intuitively on the fly, like everything I do. And then I sit back and I watch this all come together, and I'm like, woo, the divine had me the whole entire time. Thank goodness. When people sit here and tell me it looks like I've planned this all out perfectly and I'm really on point and I know what I'm doing, I'm like, what the frick? I'm lucky I got here. It's a miracle. I'm like gargling my heart. I'm like, gotta get here, gotta get here, gotta get here, gotta get here. Because it's like, you know, those 3D burdens are real. A lot of us are feeling them in order to expand. And seeing those 9 swords in order to add those 9 wands. It's experiencing this. It's experiencing giving our energy up to the devil energies in order to understand, to take it back, to recreate this patterning. It's being an alchemist. It's mastering self. And right now we're doing it with a sword. The sword means something. It's connected to the Queen of Wands. And they show me the Queen of Wands is connected to death, our metamorphosis, our transformation, and the sword. It's actually connected to the sword. This is what they showed me. And the sword is connected to our 10 of Pentacles. And having faith, being able to create faith. Whatever we're going to see, it's going to be like, yo, I know, I seen the light. I saw it. I experienced it. Woo! This is connected to the negative for sure, but we see the positive. We understand. This is this type of sword. It's right here in this card, in this Death Tarot. But this truth, it does, because it changes us forever. This is double helix activation because we're changed forever with this truth, and it's connected to our 8 of Cups challenge. How we're going to spin the wheel. Literally, who we're connected to on this path with our red strings of faith. And what we're doing. We're healing from our separateness, and this has to do with social conditioning. We're healing from social conditioning right now. And we're going to move forth on our own paths. And this is how we're going to create much of these new templates for the collective to really amp up the building of New Earth and continue on. And it has to do with connections. Connections, because we're not feeding. The 3 of Cups has to do with connection. It has to do with healing from gluttony, from hunger, from that deep hunger. It's insatiable. It takes us over. It's just like, oh, I need to feed. I need to feed that impulse. Ooh, because I want to feel it. But we've expanded with our consciousness. We see that, oh, if I feed from this space and place, this is a lower vibrational space and place. I don't want to feed from there because I'm going higher vibe. So I'm not going to feed from there. I'm going to make the connections I need to make of the light. And I'm not going to do this. I'm going to be in an action of feeding from those impulses because it's for my greater good. It's going to allow me to expand. It's going to allow me to do what I came here to do. So, they want me to stop here, but it's working with the high... I just want to say it's working with the High Priestess and Temperance. And these two gods of the masculine and feminine that are going to help us literally eat what's lower vibrational and create a new. We're actually gonna literally, we're gonna be taking all of that toxic, dense crap that we're in, and we're gonna use it as fuel. We're like gonna eat it and we're gonna poop it out. And we're going to use it as fuel to get to where we're going. And we're going to clean it up for the rest of the collective. And that's how we're like these little worker bees. But because we're changing what's negative into what's higher vibe, we're making the honey with it. We're making the sweet nectars of life through the negative, through the energies of the opposites. Okay, now let's see what's being activated here. It has to do with the Queen of Cups and the celebration of us. In order to expand with the cup, with the feminine, and the feminine is working with the masculine through the Queen of Wands with our passions while protecting us through our desires, healing from the devil energies. This is connected to life force energy. We need life force energy. It's going to allow us to have our 9 of Wands charge, create peace on the path of the moon, and restore connection from within to expand. Let's see what it is. Go in here.